Hey y'all, I am back with another video and oh my god, hold up. Sorry, but I am back with another video, and as you guys can see, I am in a different setting than my room. I am in like my gray shirt that I sometimes will have on like some of these videos. So because of the fact that like I just came from work and I commute to school, and I was just like, you know what? Why don't I just once again record a video for you guys about the recent Viall Files podcast that, you know, Nick was interviewing Ashley. And I feel like that this podcast really changed my thoughts about Ashley and Tyler. And honestly, from what I have to say about Ashley and Tyler, it's just simply the fact that like I cannot defend Ashley and Tyler anymore, simply because of the fact that like when I watched this podcast, they said more than what they said at the reunion. And I think this goes to show that like Tyler and Ashley were kind of just like playing a whole like role to defend each other when it comes to abandoning these kids, and Tyler not seeing these kids for a year. Also like Tyler like lying about the filming process when it came to Love Is Blind to like, you know, I think it was like the couple. And even like when he was on the show, the kids even had to send him a video saying basically like happy birthday. And I'm just like, is Ashley not seeing what Jessie Woo was posting on YouTube? I'm just like, I felt that if Ashley saw what Jessie Woo was posting on YouTube about like this whole tea, they're coming up with all the text messages and then like them having to like go send like, and then I don't know, to me it's just kind of just very weird how like Ashley is okay with just Tyler all of a sudden just deciding not to go be a part of the kids' lives anymore. Cause I'm just like, to me that's just very sad and it's just very disturbing. And I just really want to touch on like why this is disturbing for me and why this kind of altered my opinion. Before this podcast had even aired, like even during the reunion, I was kind of just like, you know what, Ashley and Tyler, like they're married happily, like let them be happy, let them be married. Like if they seem happy on TV, then like what are they happy? Because I didn't really understand the full situation of what was going on when it came to like Tyler and the three children. I kind of was just taking information like surface level, and I was keeping up with all the story time with Ricky's tea when it came to like the whole podcast situation and stuff like that. Even when it came to like Tyler and the three children, I honestly was just kind of shocked. It was just very diabolical to me. Just for like basically like Tyler to sit up here and be like, I don't know what the kids look like. So technically Tyler lied, and it's like it just seems as if that like Ashley's kind of just like taking his word for it, and Ashley is sticking beside him no matter what. And I'm just like, to me it is just very frustrating for Tyler to like not really step up in the kids' lives anymore, because when Ashley was speaking on the podcast, she was saying that like Tyler was basically taking care of the children for like a long time. Tyler has had to help a friend with a sperm donor financially, as we all know. We all saw it on TikTok. And then afterwards, like all of a sudden, like years later, he wanted to have like his own family, and he decided like not to be a part of the kid's life. And I think like he like would just, I think at one point like he was gonna like go on like a dating show to like find love and get married and whatever like that. And then like technically when he was on the show, or like even before he got on the show, like the lesbian couple were kind of a little bit like pissed of like, why are you not helping him out? Like, because even Ashley was saying on the podcast that like Tyler went from like taking these kids to daycare every day to now not even like seeing that, because he decided that he wanted his own family, he wanted his own life, and he basically like wanted to have like his own say and like what he wanted to do when it comes to like his kids, which to me that is acceptable. But I'm just like, it's just very like my thing is just like, Tyler, you should have never decided to like you know, donate a sperm donor, or like, you know, help a friend out when it comes to like having kids, like a lesbian couple, if you knew how much work it's going to take to help take care of these children, you know. And it's just like for you to just kind of like just step out so quickly And then for Ashley to sit over here and on this podcast and defend Tyler and be like, I think Tyler was in a situation where he was too deep in and he didn't know what to do. It's just kind of just like very frustrating for me to kind of just like agree with you, because it's just like, okay, Tyler knew what he signed up for when he wanted to help a friend with a sperm donor and like, you know, get kids. So it's just like, okay, Tyler did that favor for his friend. Wouldn't a good friend continue to help the child forever? Like, for example, me, I am a loyal friend. So it's like, for instance, for me, if I have a friend and I donate a sperm donor to that couple, to him or and her couple, or to she and her couple, or she and his, like to she and him, like if I donate a sperm donor to like my friend's couple, to my friend's relationship, I'm going to support 100%. I'm going to support, because I literally gave that friend an opportunity to have a kid. If it wasn't for me, then that person would not be having a child. That person would not be having children. And I'm just like, I go to say, it's just like, as a loyal friend, I just don't see myself ever like donating a sperm donor to my friend, and then me helping out my friend, you know, for some time, and next, you know, all of a sudden I'm saying, you know what, I actually don't want to be a part of these kids' lives anymore. I'm actually gonna like take a step down and focus on okay, yes, it's good to focus on yourself, but it's just like, I'm gonna actually take a step down. I'm gonna focus on my own family. I'm gonna focus on myself now. So it's just like, I went from being a full supporter of these kids, of these children, of my friends' children, basically, and like as a mom, basically, to now me stepping down and basically being like, you know what, I don't really care about these kids, like F them kids, like I don't really care about these kids. I'm actually not going to be a part of these kids' lives. To me, it's just very hurtful of me to do that as a friend. I'm just like, I literally donated my friend a sperm donor, and it's like, why not help as a good friend? Like, why not help with this kid's and I'm just like, what is Tyler gonna do when like these kids get older? Because even the podcast was mentioning that, like, when the kids get older, like, what is Tyler gonna do? And as she was like, I think Tyler just has to have like a tough conversation with these kids and be like, hey, like, you know, you had a dad, and basically like also, but then he took a step down because he wanted to focus on himself, focus on his own family. It's just, to me, it's just very selfish. It's like literally very selfish. I'm just like, what are these kids gonna do when they turn 18, 19, 20, or like they go away to college and like they can't even rely on their father now, basically, to help them out with college or like to help them out financially? To me, that's just very weird. And like, these kids are gonna feel some type of way as they get older, like, hey, my dad basically went on a reality show, lied about what we looked like, basically like betrayed us, whatever like that, and basically like just pushed us away. And so now I just kind of just feel bad, because I'm just like, these kids could have had a father figure. But instead, Tyler decided to take a step down. To me, as a child, like as an adult child myself, if I was younger and like I don't know, like I'm involved in like a whole sperm donor situation, like this whole situation with Tyler, the lesbian couple and the 3 kids, and like if I was one of those 3 kids, I would feel betrayed. I'm just like, okay, so you literally like just pushed me to the side just so you could deal with your own family. And it's just like, okay, but like I thought I was part of your family too, because you kind of like offered up for a sperm donor as like a friend. And then also, as she was saying that, like Tyler was saying that, like, oh, like when he was talking about when he was talking to like the couple about the whole situation with like the sperm donor and the kids, I think he was like telling like the lesbian couple, like, hey, look, like you're gonna have to go take care of these kids by yourself. Like, I cannot be around all the time. And I think Tyler almost got burnt out when it came to like taking care of these kids. I think that's what Ashley was trying to like say in the podcast. But my theory is just like, if you didn't think you would have the energy, if you weren't 100% sure that you would have the energy to go support these kids full on, then why did you do it in the first place? Why did you decide to donate a sperm donor in the first place if you knew you wouldn't have the energy yet to have full support of 3 children? Because now it just looks like that, okay, like you basically did a sperm donor for these kids, and now it's just like F y'all. So it's basically just like, these kids even know you. These kids literally had to even make a video to tell you happy birthday. And it's just like, for you to go now sit here and act like that they're not really a part of your family anymore, it's just disrespectful. It's literally just disrespectful. And I'm just like, there's just no way. And I'm just like, this goes to show that, like, this is an example of how a lot of parents will sign up to having a bunch of kids and then like putting the bare minimum effort on these kids, getting frustrated by their kids, always being upset at their children for the littlest things, even their adult child, always arguing with their children, always arguing with their teenage child or their adult child. And it's just like, if y'all don't really want to be, if you guys casually say I want to have kids, then you're not going to be a real mom or a real father. Because I even see this happen in real life. And I'm just like, I feel like it's going to be so upsetting for these kids to get older and be like, wow, this dad really just gave up on me. And it's going to affect them mentally. Like, it's going to affect them mentally. I'm just like, how? Like, when they get older and, like, they're the same age as me, or, like, they're 20 years old. Because I think right now, I don't know how old they are. But when they get older, watch, they're gonna feel the pain of Tyler just basically dropping them dead. And I've seen this happen, like, in real life too, like, and it's just like, for what? Like, to me, this is just very much betrayal, because it's just like, okay, like, these kids were a part of his life, and then now he just left them. And then also to go on a show and, like, these kids can't even, like, be a part of the show, maybe, or be a part of the experiment. It's just like, wow, like, I don't know. I'm just like, and even on this podcast, the Viall podcast, Ashley says that, like, if Tyler told her in the pods that he had these 3 children and that he gave a sperm donor, like, she would have not picked him. My other thing is just that also, it's just like, for Ashley to find out that, like, Tyler lied in the pods to you. And then for you to still, I don't know, like, and it's just like, I feel that Ashley's probably supporting. And I can understand why. I understand why Tyler did what he did when it comes to these 3 children. But it's like, you should have never gave a sperm donor in the first place. And so now you and Ashley are pressed about all this, like, heat you're getting from the internet about these 3 children, because people could literally relate to this in real life. People might have been through this in real life, like, and literally in real life. People could probably relate to this. People, like, it's such a controversial topic to talk about. It's such a big thing to talk about on Love is Blind. So yeah, of course people are gonna have so much to say. People are gonna have so much to say about this whole situation when it comes to your 3 children. And then also, Ashley, people might get on you too, because it's just like, okay, Ashley, like, you kind of are marrying this man, and it's just like, you're not really stepping up and, like, waking Tyler the fuck up and being like, hey, Tyler, let's actually step up for these kids. Or, Tyler, at least can you step up for these kids? Can you actually be a real father for these kids, Tyler? And it's like, Ashley's not standing on business and at least just making Tyler take accountability of dropping these kids like flies, basically, and leaving them and not even having sympathy for these kids. I'm just like, I would be shocked if Tyler still hasn't seen these kids, because it's just like, it's been over a year now. So it's like, that pain that these kids feel, yes, it is betrayal. It's just like, okay, like, even when they get older, they're gonna keep that with them. They're gonna keep that with them forever, because that is family. They're gonna keep that with them. Like, hey guys, I could have had a father figure, but he gave up on me at an early age. He gave up on me at such an early age. And to me, I'm just like, I really don't get it. Like, I really don't get how, like, some people are still defending Ashley and Tyler's marriage when it comes to, like, the sperm donor kids. I'm just like, there's so many threads telling you, Ashley, that, like, that man is just not it. Like, that man is really just not it for you. And here you are still going along with this man. And it just goes to the, like Ashley, like, I'm sorry, but Jessie Woo even said it. I now agree with Jessie Woo. Like, you are a bird, because who, like, a person, like, it's almost like you marrying a criminal and you just basically being okay with, like, what a guy's been going through, a criminal. I feel like that Ashley and Monica are, like, the same people, because, like, the red flags were there even with Monica. Like, the red flags were there with Steven. And then for Ashley, it's like, Ashley, like, the red flags were there with Tyler, because even in the podcast, the way how she described the way how, like, Tyler was, like, lying to her and stuff like that, and then how Ashley kind of just had to, like, catch Tyler in her lies in this podcast, to me, it just goes to show that, like, I think Ashley is at an age where she doesn't really care about this point of like who she marries. Like she doesn't really care about the red flags. She doesn't look too much into the red flags, and she still married this man knowing that there is 3 children being abandoned. Like there is 3 children being abandoned and not being like helped. And it's just like you support that. Like you really support that. Like to me, that is just super disturbing. Like for me, and I'm just like, Tyler, if you did not have the mental energy to basically go like support these 3 kids for the rest of your life, but then you want to give a sperm donor, it's like, okay, do not commit to doing something and then give up halfway. Like for me, I would never do such a thing. I would always be a part of these kids' life. Like you don't even want to help these kids go, like you don't want to even help take these kids to school. To me, it's just disrespectful of like what he did. And now I'm like looking at Tyler differently. I'm just like, you know what? Maybe you are the biggest villain on Love is Blind. Maybe you are a bigger villain than Ramses. I'm just like, how, Sway, how you just basically dropped 3 kids dead like this. To me, it's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. I'm just like, I just feel I kind of feel a little bit of some type of way of like, wow, like he just really just gave up on these children. You just dropped them. Like who does that? Like I don't know. I know it was just a sperm donor, and you felt that like you didn't need to be a part of them, like because it's just a friend's. It's for a friend, and it's a couple, and it's your friend's couple child. To me, it's just like you're not gonna at least do the bare minimum for these kids. And then even with like Tyler, like you don't want to like change and like actually step up for these kids like how the internet is telling you to. Like now I'm looking at Ashley and Tyler very differently, because I'm just like, I really thought Ashley was like all the like, okay, like you know what, and like even when Ashley said like who has more information, me or social media, I think social media has more information. Social media was able to like go interview the baby mama, the grandmother, the they were able to interview Bree, Deshaun, Jesse Wu is finding the messages. Jesse Wu is literally finding the messages through I think either through Verizon or like T-Mobile, and literally like seeing the timestamps, like showing people like, guys, like this is actually true. You have like the text messages actually being real. You have the text messages of Tyler lying about this show actually being real, and even Tyler saying that like Ashley wasn't even attractive on those text messages as well. To me, is also insane. It's also insane as well. And also, let me know if you want me to do a video on like what Jessie was saying on her live that like I agree so wholeheartedly with. But I'm just like, I even was like looking at the messages that like Jessie was airing about like Tyler, like when it comes to like Tyler and like the lesbian couple, and he was like saying how like Ashley is not guys that like he usually dates. Like he was saying how like Ashley's not the type of guys that, like he usually dates. So Tyler, you are a colorist. You are a colorist. Wow. But this to me is just a big mess. I honestly, now I'm looking at Tyler and Ashley different. This whole time I was defending Tyler and Ashley, like, you know what, no guys, you guys are just haters. You want them to break up. You guys like are calling her delusional. You guys are really hater. You guys are just mad because you guys are single. No, like this is just out of love. Like, do not be with a man who abandons his kid, because then it's just like, will he have the same energy for you? If a man abandons his kids, do you think he will have the same support for you? Okay, yeah, maybe, but like how do you think like he will treat the kids that you have with him? Like, just think about that, Ashley, maybe. But anyways, I am done with this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.